Senior Channel Sales Manager here at Verkada. With me today is Mike Umlauf. He's a Solutions Engineer at Verkada. He will be helping us with any technical questions. Today we're going to be going over evaluating your organization's physical security. We're going to talk about Verkada and our hybrid cloud physical security technology, both from a video surveillance and access control perspective, comparing that to traditional CCTV architecture, and sort of what the benefits are in transitioning over to a hybrid cloud solution like Verkada. I'll be taking you through a software demo of both our video surveillance technology and our access control technology, and then again we'll have a live Q&A at the end. So when you're evaluating physical security systems for your organization, a few things come top of mind. Number one is the installation process, the number of steps involved, the complexity around the installation. We're a 100% channel organization. We work very closely with DataVox. They're our number one partner in the state of Texas. And, they do a wonderful job for us in implementation and design and helping you assess the needs of what your video surveillance or access control solution should entail. And so we're blessed to be working with an organization like theirs. And I think what you'll find is not only with our technology, but with the partnership with DataVox, everything will be extremely simple and streamlined for you as you evaluate the installation of your system. Also, then you want to look at things like the ease of use, right? How quickly can you find, save, and share out information from your security system to first responders or people of interest that would need it most. You'll find that with Verkada, our number one value proposition is simplicity, and we make it extremely easy for you to find footage, be alerted of real-time threats at your site, remote in quickly, and then access that footage and archive it and share it out quickly to people that would need it most. And then from there, it's what's the ongoing maintenance look like of the system? What's the ongoing cost? What's the cost up front? How much overhead and operational resources do I need to put into this system to maintain it over time? And how long will this system last me? And I hope to answer all of these questions for you today. So thank you so much for being here with us. Some things I wanted to point out, as we're going through the pandemic and the shelter in place, and there's social distancing rules and things being put in place to protect us during this time. Verkada is also very aware and very empathetic to what's going on, and we're trying to utilize our technology and build out features that will help you with whether you're open or you're closed, will help you through this time and will prepare you for things like this in the future. So we have some features that I will be demonstrating that can help during the COVID pandemic. Contact tracing with face search, being able to search people by their face, understanding who they've interacted with at your organization and what areas of your business have they been in for sanitization reasons. Social distance monitoring and cleaning schedules with our people heat maps. I'll be demonstrating that on our floor plan. It's a live and active floor plan that can track areas of the most traffic density at your site, so you know where to have cleaning crews clean first, and you can also monitor where people are congregating at your site. And then through occupancy tracking, we have crowd notifications where we can alert you in real time if crowds gather of 5 or 10 or more individuals in a frame. The system can alert you in real time of those crowds, and you can stay on top of ensuring that people are practicing safe social distancing regulations. So just a little bit about Verkada. We're based out of San Mateo, California, but we are deployed worldwide. We have offices also in the UK and in Australia. We're currently the fastest growing video security company in the world. We're backed by 2 of the largest investment firms in the Silicon Valley. We have over 3,000 unique customers, and we work with 25 of the Fortune 500 companies today. So this product is seeing tremendous growth. It's very sticky. The world has been shifting to the cloud now for some time. And, we really felt like, now more than ever, the need for simple cloud technology is becoming more prevalent. And we're excited to show you what our solution can offer you in your organization. This is what we consider traditional video surveillance architecture. Some of you, this would look familiar if you're using cameras today, right? You have cameras running into a switch, connecting into a centralized NVR, DVR device. You'll have a local machine running a third-party VMS software. If you want additional retention, you'll then have an on-premise server or multiple, depending on how many sites you have and how many cameras you have. You may have multiple NVRs, multiple servers that you're managing for your video surveillance solution. If you want to be able to remotely access these systems, you're opening up ports in your firewall. It's not that these systems don't work, and they have worked for decades. It's just that there's a lot of complexity to them. There's a lot of hardware, moving parts, configuration, maintenance, refresh. And so, with Verkada, we really aim to streamline and simplify this. And then when you're thinking about access control, right, this is our traditional access control infrastructure. And you can see in the picture on the left, this is literally what we walked into when we took over our headquarter office in San Mateo, California. This may look familiar to some of you that are using access control today, right? You have the networking area with all of your door controllers, and then you have this thick client and the server that you have to patch and maintain. If the operating system, goes unsupported, you could have issues with that. You have to update it, right? So what we're doing is we're really focusing on this area with the thick client and the SQL database, and we're taking all of that off of your shoulders and we're moving that into the cloud. And we're making it extremely easy and streamlined for you to manage both your video surveillance and your access control from a single pane of glass using plug-and-play IoT technology. So with Verkada, we really aim to remove the complexity in your environment, right? Our vision is we want to streamline your physical security practices to improve your organizational efficiency, reduce your operating expenses, improve your total cost of ownership, all while not having to sacrifice on the latest and greatest in features and native AI analytics. So we've built plug-and-play technology. Our cameras, we've taken the NVR and the DVR and the server storage, and we've crammed all of that into a plug-and-play Cat5, Cat6 PoE camera that can host up to 365 days of continuous high-definition recording on a 5-megapixel camera at 24 frames per second. And the way the camera operates is it only makes outbound traffic through port 443. We never tunnel back into your network. We encrypt data on the hard drive, in transit to the cloud, and on the cloud. We integrate in with single sign-on providers. We have two-factor authentication, and we have integration in with Active Directory. So from a cybersecurity perspective, this camera is 100% secure right out of the box. You plug it in, you have it up and running in minutes, it updates itself, it alerts you of threats in real time at your site. You can find footage quickly and easily, archive it to the cloud, share it out instantly, have real-time access to information and analytics at your fingertips to help you resolve critical situations much faster. And it comes with a 10-year product warranty, right? So if anything happens to that camera in the first 10 years, we will replace it with a new one. And then the licensing is all inclusive. So as we launch new features and new enhancements to the software, the system will continue to get better with you over time rather than depreciate. And then on the access control side, we've removed the need for both master controller and door controllers. We've wrapped it all into one. We've gotten rid of the server and the thick client and the SQL database, and we've built a door controller that has gigs of memory in it. It's plug and play Cat5, Cat6 PoE. Does also work offline, and it allows you to work with existing readers. You just simply have to replace your existing controllers, and it's all cloud managed. And then because we're a hybrid cloud solution, we still store your data on premise, and then we just do it in a different way that minimizes the single point of failure and the security risk of an NVR. And we wrap everything into a camera. But because of this architecture, we can operate at extremely low bandwidth. So our cameras at rest operate on just 20 kilobits per second. This means that we can plug these cameras into LTE Cradlepoint routers on a solar-powered battery backup connection and put them in the middle of construction sites or in remote areas where it may be challenging to get hardline connection. And so there's a lot of flexibility to the system because of the way it's designed. We've deployed 2 cameras, we've deployed thousands of cameras across many different sites for our customers. And you can access all of your cameras across every single one of your sites from a single pane of glass on any device, any connection, anywhere in the world. I'm going to be demonstrating the ability to share out a live feed of cameras. And in order for you to follow along, if you text your work email address to the number on the screen, you'll receive a live link and you'll be able to follow along and see how quickly and easily you can gain access to a live camera feed right on your cell phone. So I'm going to pause here for just a few seconds. If you would please text your work email address to the number on the screen, you'll receive a live link and you can follow along with my demonstration. All right, let's jump into the fun stuff here. So I'm going to navigate to our web-based management console command, and it's just command.verkada.com. So once I log in, the first thing you're going to notice is a Google integrated map. This is showing me pin placement where I have sites that have Verkada cameras across the globe. As I mentioned, we have an office in the UK and also in Australia. I am going to, let me go back. I'm going to copy this number into the chat real quick, guys. Excuse me. It's not letting me send it. Jessica, would you be able to enter this into the chat for me?
Yes, if you can leave it up for me for just 1 second.
Actually, I got it. I was entering it into the Q&A box.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, thank you. All right, so logging into command, you'll see here at the top, we have cameras, we have access, all seamlessly integrated in from one login, one backend here. So the Google integrated map is showing me where I've pin placed our cameras at sites across the globe. We're going to focus in here in the Bay Area where our headquarters is at. You'll notice 108 cameras all lit up in green. These mean that the cameras are online and they're healthy. If a camera was to drop off the network, you're going to receive a real-time alert that the camera's offline. So our system is proactive in letting you know of issues and threats at your site so you can respond in real time. We talk to a lot of customers who have, people that have to manually check to make sure cameras are online, or they sometimes don't know, and then when they go to utilize the system, they realize that they haven't been recording for some time now. The cameras also have built-in accelerometers, so if someone was to tamper with it, hit it with a bat, try to rip it off the ceiling or the wall, it's going to trigger a tamper event, and it's going to alert you on your phone or email with that event. It's going to send you a live link so you can log in quickly and view what's going on. And it's also going to offload the most recent footage so that you can go back and view what happened later. Lastly, these are smart AI learning cameras, so if someone was to spray paint it or cover it with a hat, it does recognize weird incidences and will also alert you of those as well. Now, to be more organized, we do work with the ability to have floor plans. So we've uploaded our headquarter floor plan here. You can see camera placement throughout. This is a live and active floor plan, so you can see motion moving around the site. And you can simply click on these cameras and get a live feed to go in and view what's going on. And you can open up multiple of them on the right pane here, so you can kind of scroll and see a few of them at one time. So this is what we call motion plotting. We also have motion detection. It will show pulsating cameras throughout the site. So if you have a lockdown situation or active shooting situation, something of an emergency where the police or the fire department would need to have access and be able to view motion moving throughout the site, you can actually share this floor plan out via text or email or live link to first responders or anybody that would need to have access, designate how long they have access for, and revoke that access at any time. So just like you received a live link to the live camera feed, I can also share my floor plan with you, and you'd be able to click on these cameras and pull up those live feeds just like that. And then you can also share an entire site of cameras. So if I wanted to go to the outdoor cameras, right, if something's happening outside, maybe there's a car accident or a fire or something of that nature, and I wanted to quickly get my outdoor cameras in the hands of first responders, I could share this entire subsite out, just like I did. So I'm sharing 16 of my outdoor cameras. I can instantly share out with people that need it, just like I was with the floor plan. And then lastly, you can also share an individual camera feed. So if I just want to share this one camera, same deal. You can share this one camera with anybody that you need to. We also, lastly, we can embed cameras onto web pages. So we work with the Department of Transportation in San Francisco. We multiplex in the cloud, so it's one stream up. And you can see here, we have a camera viewing the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and people utilize the technology for those types of situations as well. So we're looking at our front door of our headquarters in San Mateo, California. I've shown you how to share out live footage. Let's look at some of the ways that you can search through historical footage. I think because we're recording 24/7 and not just based on motion, we have to be very efficient in how we search for incidences. So the first way is through history. Now I mentioned we send encrypted metadata and thumbnails to the cloud for viewing via outbound traffic only. And then as you engage with these clips, this is how you scrub through footage. So these are 24-hour clips. And then scrubbing is just simply moving your mouse across the frame, right? And I can see here people moving around the site, and I can see bounding boxes around people. So, a little bit much to like scrub through a 24-hour clip. So what I can do is I want to jump back to last Wednesday. I want to narrow these down to, let's say, 1-hour clips. I want to view heat maps to show me times of the day where there's the most traffic at my site or lack thereof. I can see between 10 and 11, there was someone moving around my site here. I found him, bounding box in green. I click in here and I can load up this clip. Now, if I want to save this clip, I can then simply click this button down here at the bottom right, and I can archive this, and it rips it off the camera and it stores it into Amazon Web Services forever. You get unlimited archiving of footage from the camera to the cloud with Verkada's licensing. So I can put a note in here and I can click archive, and I'll show you guys in a second where that lives. So that's how we search, just the good old fashioned fast forward and rewind way. Now let's look at some other ways that we can search footage. Another way is based on motion. So I can do a motion grid over this doorway, and I can filter the last 30 days to any time there was motion that crossed that grid. And I can go one step further, and I can say I only want to see when it was a person, because we have proprietary people and vehicle detection algorithms built into our system. So now you can see clips of people entering the site. We can load one up here. And again, if I want, I can add in other cameras. So let's say I want to add in the lobby camera. And now I can follow these people through my site and ultimately archive it just the same way that I did when I was searching through history. And then what happens is they show up here under your archive section. So you go to your archives, you can see in here your archived clips, and I can load one up. You'll notice a watermarking in the top left corner for legal purposes. I can download this as an MP4, or ultimately I can share this out directly from the cloud. So rather than downloading a file that would end up maybe on YouTube someday, you can share this directly from the cloud via an encrypted link. Just like I did a live camera feed, I can also share an archive clip. And you can designate for how long, and you can revoke that access at any time. So let's go back to our front door camera. And let's look at some other unique ways that we can search through footage. So Verkada has built-in native analytics. You do not need additional licensing for these. We're talking about appearance, face, vehicle, and I'm going to demonstrate those for you now, but it's built in natively to the system, right? It's all native in the platform. And the reason why we can populate results so quickly is because we run a lot of our analytics at the edge, which means we do it on the camera itself. And therefore, by the time it gets to the cloud and into your hands, you're populating 98, 99% accurate results within seconds. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So we click on people. We're now seeing people that have shown up on the cameras, clips of people. I can filter these clips, right? Maybe I want to see anybody that was wearing a red shirt and appeared male. And now I'm going to populate clips of men wearing red shirts within seconds. As you can see, that was very quick. I can then take that search across all my cameras. So now I want to see across all my cameras the same filter, red shirts, appeared male. Now I'm searching for that across all of my sites. Going back here, another way we can search is through what we call face search. So we take hyperzoomed images of faces, can load up a database of faces here. We can search a face by clicking on it. We can see anytime this face showed up on this camera. We can go one step further and we can say, okay, where else has this person been at my site? So now I can search across all my cameras and pull up where this gentleman has been within all of our sites and all of our cameras. One step further, let's say this is someone that of interest to me that I want to be alerted if they show up at my site. You can set up a person of interest alert, and you can flag their face, and you can be alerted in real time if they show up again on your cameras. You can also, let's go back here. You can also upload a picture, right? So you don't have to click from the database. You can also upload a picture of somebody from your phone even. You can even use the camera on your phone to take a picture of somebody. And this is a picture of my founder. And you can see here is like his LinkedIn photo. And you'll now see anywhere that he showed up at the site. So very quickly and very accurately can you search people by their face. Another thing we can search is vehicles, right? So if I want to see any vehicles that have showed up on my cameras, we can do that, or I can jump to a specific outdoor camera that's viewing the street, and I maybe want to look for a specific vehicle type. Maybe it's a white car, it's a Tesla. Now we're going to instantly pull up images of white Teslas, clips that you can save right here from, and just save it right here from the click of a button. We're also working on searching license plates and being able to alert on those plates down the road as part of our roadmap. Viewing station, this is for customers that have a guard station or a video wall or a front lobby where they want to monitor cameras. This is an on-premise device that runs on a local network and does not utilize any bandwidth. It does not log into the console. It's a front-facing device, but you configure everything here through Verkada command, right? And you can optimize for motion and floor plan, and then ultimately it looks like this. So you see here, this is our video wall at our headquarters, and this is us, how we monitor cameras around our site. Sites are how we organize cameras. So again, you can see here we have main sites, our Verkada HQ, first floor, second floor, and so on and so forth. This is also how you give access to users. So we jump over here into our users and groups. We integrate in with Active Directory software and others. So you can bulk upload and manage your users with our system. Users are given access to different sites, and they have 4 different profiles that you can give them. And then groups are just a way that you can bulk assign permissions to those users. Adding a device is as simple as plugging in the serial number. And then if you do need any help, we do have in-chat help. We have a in-app chat help where you can start a chat with our help desk right here from the software. So this is cameras. Now, let's say I want to now start to manage my doors, right? So what I would do here is just click on access, and I'm now instantly moved over into our access control software. The first tab here is a live feed running timeline of all the door instances that are happening right now at my site. And I can click on these and I can load these up historically. and I can see these instances in real time, and I can archive them straight from the console here. I can search for a specific user. Let's say Ryan Young told me his badge got stolen and he hasn't used it since 10 o'clock this morning. And now I can see in real time other instances of Ryan Young using his badge or someone else using Ryan Young's badge. Um, and you can also search for specific doors here as well. So if I want to search the front door, I can see all the people that have accessed the front door in a running timeline here. So that's the timeline view. If I expand this out, I can see other cameras associated with that access control for that door. And I can archive these clips directly from here as well. And I can add in other cameras if I want to follow them throughout my site. Doors are where you manage your doors. So I can search for a specific door. I want to go to my front door. You can lock and unlock the door right here from the software. You see the cameras associated with those doors. You can set up custom schedules on when those doors will be locked or unlocked. You can create exceptions for holidays. And then you see the history of who's accessed that door. And these are live clips, right? So I can scroll just like I could with the cameras, and I can see the live clip of what's going on here. And you can filter these in many different ways. The filtering of our access control solution is phenomenal. So I could say, okay, I want to pull up all the access rejected incidences for the front door, and I can instantly see those here, and I can load those up, right? And I can see people trying to access the front door that aren't able to. Maybe they're suspicious, and I want to save this, and I can archive this just like I could with the cameras. Reporting. So we have very robust reporting. You can filter it any number of ways. Let's say I want to pull up all of the access rejected instances over the last week, and I can load up live clips right from the report, and I can export this in CSV format if I need to share this out with administrators. So I can just go right into this clip and see this person come and be rejected access to that door. And then lastly, you can search for specific users. And you can see the history of all the doors that they've accessed. You can filter them. You can see what days and times they've where they're accessing the most through these doors. You can edit their profile. You can also edit their access to which doors right here from the console. So it's all seamlessly integrated. So I did want to let everybody know we do have a free trial program. If you're interested in getting your hands on some product, please email scott@datavox.net. We will also be sending a survey out at the end of this webinar for more information where you can let them know if you're interested in receiving a free trial. And if you have any questions, you can also email Scott, but we are going to open it up for a live Q&A. And so if you have any questions, please pop them into the Q&A box now. And we'll be sure to address them. Mike, they want to know what the Zoom capability of the video is.
Yeah, no, 100%. So on our Dome and Bullet series, we offer a 3x optical zoom on 12 cameras from our Dome series as well as our Bullet series. And then on top of that, all cameras, both from the live view and for historical playback, support digital zoom.
Awesome, thank you. And then Greg, he asked, will this integrate with Okta?
Yep, absolutely. So we integrate with single sign-on providers, generally that leverage SAML 2.0.
Yeah,
we'll definitely be able to integrate there.
Yeah, we actually use Okta here at Verkada. They're a customer of ours, so we use them for single sign-on. Any other questions, guys?
I'm not seeing any come through on my end. Scott, do you see any on yours?
I don't see any new ones on mine. Hey, Chad, could you do me a favor and discuss a little bit more about the mobile app? I know that there's a lot of questions around that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a fully built mobile app for Android, for your iPhone, even I believe on Apple TV. But what it does is it allows you to fully manage your cameras and access control directly from your fingertips. We're actually working on completing the app for the access control, but currently you can manage all of your cameras. You can do all of the analytics, user management, archiving, searching for footage, adjusting your notifications all right through our app. So it is essentially taking the web-based software that I just demonstrated today and putting that right in your hands with full functionality.
Thank you, Chad. Another common question that we see a lot is, what about Wi-Fi cameras?
Yeah, Mike, you want to take that one?
Yeah, 100%. And so on our both Dome and Mini series, our CD61 as well as our CM61 do have Wi-Fi capabilities built in. By request for right now, it is in beta, so we can enable that on the back end and get that set up for you. But certainly we will be able to achieve a data connection over wireless for select models of our cameras. Absolutely.
Great. Thanks, Mike. What about the functionality of the camera at night? How does it compare? How do you guys compare to some of your competitors out there?
Yeah, no, great question. So especially, for instance, our CD61 is actually custom built to reduce glare as much as possible, for the IR sensor, any sort of reflection, that classically happens to dome cameras from time to time. And we are rated for 100 feet of IR coverage. So super crisp, super clear at night. And of course, if we need to desensitize that, sensitize that a little more, we can do a lot with software on the back end. So a lot of customization that can be done there to really suit your deployment, your needs.
Perfect. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Chad, do you have anything else?
No, I think I'm good. I mean, if people have questions or you're interested in learning more, you're interested in a trial, please reach out to us. We'd love to have a conversation with you about what you're doing currently and how we can help improve your system. This is a solution you can roll out over time because of the simplicity and the plug and play model. It's not something that's going to be extremely complex for you to start to replace your old infrastructure and your old solution with. So definitely reach out to us. We'd love to tell you more, and hopefully everyone's staying safe and happy out there. Thank you for your time.
Great.
Chad,
thank you, Chad.
Sorry, I did see a couple questions come in just now. Can they read the license plate on trucks or cars?
Yeah, good question. So with our CD61, definitely was suggested for that kind of use case. Definitely heavy dependent on, how it's deployed, where it's deployed, but certainly, we've had a lot of success both in our deployments here at our headquarters and with customers on specifically placing a camera to pick up license plates that are coming in and out. Now coming down a little bit down the roadmap, we're looking at, things like license plate recognition and being able to tie that in command. So right now the cameras are definitely high quality enough to pick up a license plate, but we're definitely working on, proactive LPR as well.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, and someone else asked if our solution works offline.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great question. So we developed offline mode, which basically, you take a security certificate, you install it in your browser, and then if you lose connection to command, your workstation will have the ability to create a secure connection with the camera locally. So absolutely.
What about with doors?
Yeah, another great question. That's something I get pretty often. Now that we're taking that server infrastructure, we're taking it out of, the traditional solution, we're bringing that to the cloud. Question I get pretty often is, hey, what happens if this controller goes offline? Right? Am I locked out of my system? What does that look like? So the answer is no, you're not locked out of your system. And really what's going on here is the controller's doing constant check-ins with the cloud. And then any changes in the user database that was done command side is reflected locally in memory. So the controller has several gigabytes of memory on board to retain a near infinite, user database there.
Absolutely. And then, guys, someone asked about pricing. Pricing is located right on our website, verkada.com/pricing. It's two SKUs. It's the camera based on retention, and then there's 1, 3, 5, or 10-year license option. In terms of discounts, we're 100% channel, so we work through DataVox. Please reach out to us if you're interested in learning more about the pricing and the pricing we can get for your organization. Last question, Mike. I know you've addressed this probably a million times, but
Sure.
COVID's going on right now, and we're wondering if there are cameras that can read people's temperature.
Yeah, no, and that's a super fair question. Just what's going on in the world right now. So I think right now the focus, certainly with our crowd notifications, with our people heat maps, is to tackle the COVID use cases in a way that's the most effective. So we definitely have done some research on temperature detection and the scope of surveillance cameras, and there's a lot of factors there, right? There's your skin temperature versus your body temperature. If you rode a scooter to work or rode your bike to work, you may flag a higher temperature than somebody who just simply walked. So in general, sort of at our price point on the market, we see a margin of error of a plus or minus 3 degrees or so, and we're just not comfortable putting out a product unless it's really going to do what we state it does. So not on the roadmap for right now.
Yeah, but we are building other features that can help with social distancing and crowds and things like that.
100%.
Do you do badging also, or integrate with others for badging?
So we actually do integrate with card formats that exist on the market today. So whether it's 26-bit, 37-bit, we support 8 card formats today. So we can certainly follow up with you on what that looks like, but it would be third party.
Yeah, and also too backwards compatible with a lot of the existing readers that are out there as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. That covers.
Great. Well, a lot of great questions. Thank you so much for your time, Chad and Mike. Thank you for all who attended. Please reach out to me. I'm Scott Ferguson. I'm the director here at DataVox for Physical Security. Scott@datavox.net for any questions. We also offer one-on-one sessions. So if you want to learn more, if you need to dig a little deeper into the software, we can definitely show you some cool tricks and tips and tricks that we've uncovered over the time we've been a partner with Verkada. So we'd love to set that up for you. You can also just email me and we can do that one-on-one session that way. Like I said, thank you guys for attending, and I'll turn it over to you, Jessica.
That concludes our session for today. Thank you so much to Chad and Mike for a great presentation, and thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your day.